Cancer, how you doing, guys? So we are going to look at the same cards that are over on YouTube. I'm not sure what you're not. You could be dealing with a life path 3 or a Piscean, okay? Oh, you've got this in your chart, or your name's Charlotte. Anyway, we're going to look into the same cards, but then we're going to clarify them. And then we're also going to look into some other cards for you. And then next week, we'll have a catch-up with the old... Rider Waite and see what your week brings, okay? But what I want to look at is any messages through this deck that you want Cancer to be aware of, please, this week, that is around their environment or what is coming towards them. Anything for them to be aware of what's coming towards Cancer, please. Anything to be aware of what's coming towards Cancer this week, please, starting from the 5th. So you have Creative Muncher. You could be very creative during this time, but you could also have people that are also trying to steal your creative ideas, if you've got any, or you are. But steals your ideas, copies your work, duplicates, feeds off you. So I don't know why these cards keep coming up. I don't know if they are relevant to anybody or not. A Piscean maybe, but it's kind of like this... well, I don't know. Creative Muncher is basically where I'm thinking of a load of ideas and I'm coming up with a load of ideas and blah, blah, blah. Okay, normally creative ideas, unless it's literally copying it, literally everything, okay, but if it isn't copying, it's just I'm very creative and I'm having other things that are sparking up ideas. So it's about evolving stuff, okay. Let's see. Unless you know of other people that are, but if you don't know of them, I really wouldn't worry about it. But again, it's someone could be stealing your ideas, okay, feeding off your idea. So like you've got an idea and someone duplicates your idea, okay. Let's see, Cancer, what is coming up with Cancer, please? Anything for Cancer to be aware of, please? Anything for Cancer to be aware of? So you've got Drama Starter, someone that does like to start the old fight, okay. It might be about things that are on social media or multimedia kind of stuff here, and it could be that someone that's still like a drama queen, okay. But basically feeling very creative, but you could have other people taking it, and then you've got other people that are starting drama over it, okay, or it or Steve. Let's see. Drama Karma, something to do with angelic karma. Her name keeps coming up. She's an old tarot card reader. Let's see. So you've got Forcer. So forces things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want. So you could be dealing with like a life path 5, a Sagittarian or a Taurus placement possible. Okay, but I'm definitely picking up like Taurus placements, okay, to force my way in order to create some kind of scenario of negativity. Okay, when I'm feeling very creative is normally when I get this person that comes in to make me feel negative, okay. Relative, I'm also hearing a negative relative, one like a mother, father, daughter or son, but someone very negative. Okay, let's see, any messages for Cancer to be aware of, please, this week? So you got Boss Bitch, okay, runs own business, stable and busy, multifaceted. So it's kind of like I keep, like this boss energy and multifaceted and creative energy seems to be where it is, like I said, it's I run my own business, I do my own stuff and I'm very creative in doing it. But you could have other people that are trying to form ideas off your ideas. So you come up with an idea and someone else tries to form an idea off yours, okay? It's just evolution, really, I suppose. I mean, I'm doing medication. You could be on medication. But I'm doing meditation, okay? But I make my own music. But that's been done 1,000 times, is meditation music. So it's kind of like that, really. Trying something that's already been done before. Could be a Scorpio or Aries. Let's see. Let's see. Cancer. Anything for Cancer to be aware of this week, please? So you've got Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. And you've got Happiness Hater. So someone can't stand someone being happy. Okay, so is it you or is it someone else? But I don't like I said, if there's a third party, it might be, I don't like the fact that they're with someone else and that they're happy. Because this woman is looking back over her shoulder, not liking the fact that a knot is here, which is a Piscean. And I don't like the fact that you're with someone else, okay? Or I don't like the fact that you give them attention. So I don't like it that you're happy. So you got someone that's very negative around you when you're happy and you're feeling happy. Someone doesn't like the fact that you are, okay? Let's see. Any other messages, please, for Cancer to be aware of this week, please? For Cancer to be aware of. You have got medical stuff. So court and case. Sexual infection, sexual disease and rash. And then you've got a player on your hands. So, Cancer, I think a few people do see you as a player, because I can remember a few people in the chat that say Cancers are the players. So, it's up to you guys, but like I said, I'm hearing player one. Player one. I'm picking up big scenarios of third-party stuff here. And someone is looking back over their shoulder, not liking it that someone has possibly moved on with their life here. And I think it could be a knot, which means when I say knot, I always Piscean or Life Path 3. So I don't like it that you're successful, or I don't like it what you do or what you say. Okay, I'm stealing your ideas, and it's kind of like I hate it that everybody else has stuff that I don't. Okay, so it could be girlfriend, boyfriend, it could be a job, it could be money. I hate it that you're so successful. Creative muncher, what's that to do with? Why does Cancer have this creative muncher stealing ideas? Where is that coming from, please? 3, a Piscean, to or from, okay? So, I don't know. It could also be stealing my boyfriend or girlfriend as well, okay? But this is kind of like people watching tarot and stuff like that, okay? Taking other people's ideas, creative ideas. What is this 3 of Pentacles? Why is the 3 of Pentacles here? Is the 10 of Swords. So, I don't know. It just feels like an ongoing cycle. I mean, or Michael. Oh, man, there's the I am. He's been copying me for fucking ages. Sorry, but his name keeps coming up in the readings, and he's a Cancerian. Stealing my ideas, maybe. I don't know. I just noticed that I have to keep saying it. I fucking hate it. But the video that I watched that I was given, this guy was doing channeling with no cards, and it all seemed completely fake to me. And started using all of my methods and saying, oh my God, everybody loves me. And it's just to fucking gets on my nerves. I've had it, okay? Creative ideas and taking the ideas and palming them off to say that they're my own. And it might be a palm reader, could be a tarot card reader, or some kind of spiritual hater here. Drama starter. Drama starter. What's this drama starter here for? Drama karma. Could be an Aquarian or a Leo or a Life Path 8. Okay. Could be where it's just causing chaos. This is also, these are spiritual people copying spiritual people as well. It's just like, oh, I've seen your video. That's given me a good idea. I'm going to do the same. So these are like channeling and stuff like that. This is like spiritual channeling. And I don't know why people end up going really crazy and competitive over all of that, but they do. They do. And it's normally, like I said, you have to be on Facebook, Instagram or Twitter or YouTube to be competing against people. Because if you wasn't out there, then you wouldn't be competing against everybody else, right? So there's a lot of competitive behaviour out there when it comes to trying to do better than others because it's already been done, you see. What's the 8 of Wands? 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is around a 5. Taurus or a Sagittarian. So there could be some drama that starts here about money or about around your work. The 5 can be about money and work. 3 can be about where I work. So there can be a lot of drama where you're working, okay, around your environment of what it is that you do for a living. There could be a lot of people that kind of, I don't know, start a lot of arguments, a lot of tit for tat, blah, 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 competitive behaviour. let's see. Forcer. Who's the Forcer? Is an Aries or a Scorpio. Okay. Forces things on you. Forces their way in. Uses force to get what they want. And that could be an Aries of 4, life path 4, or a Scorpio. To or from. Tell me more about the Emperor. Is a Lovers, is a Gemini. This is my mother. Yeah. A life path 4 here. Gemini. Forcer, which is a Taurus placement. Taurus, life path 4, Gemini here. Forces information out of you. Like when you feel, this can be a scenario when you feel really uncomfortable. Okay, you feel really uncomfortable and you don't want to talk, and you've just got home and you're really tired and you don't want to talk, and the person comes in to wherever you are, living at home or anything like that, and they force conversation out of you. They force it out of you, which means they'll ask a lot of questions. Question after question after question after question. Feels like the Spanish Inquisition. I want to know, where have you been? What have you done? Who have you spoke to? What time are you coming home? Oh, you got home early. Oh, you got home late. And it's kind of like they notice the times that you get in, the times that you go out. And it's kind of like they keep an eye on you that is very unnerving. Okay, and then when you don't like that, they start drama because you're like, oh, just fucking mind your own business. Like, are you home? Yes. What time? I don't know. You're like, oh, okay. Right, so it's someone here that forces vocabulary out of other people. Has anybody else got a parent that does that? Every time you walk out the door or you come back, they want to know when and where. Oh, you're going out, and then you come home. What? And they notice that the time that you got home was earlier than last night, and that the next night was later than the night before that. And you're like, fucking hell, bruv. Just stop keeping track of where I'm fucking going and what I'm doing. Okay? For God's sake. So it's someone that unnervedly starts drama because the other person doesn't want to be interfered with. They don't want communication. It's kind of like, just leave me alone. I want to be on my own. I want to concentrate on my relationship or my work or my job. I haven't got time to sit around talking and gossiping. Geminis can also be known as a gossip monster. Like gossip, 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 gossip. What's the latest gossip? Okay, so it can be where, like, it's this positive, negative, and it's like, look, whatever I've got going on in my life isn't to do with you. So you keep forcing your way into my life, trying to find out what I'm doing in it. Is none of your business. Okay, now you don't have to say that, but that is the vibe of the reading. Somebody that forces information out of people that they don't want to give that info to. So they'll keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. They could have shitloads of fear of rejection, abandonment, and be lonely. Like, this could be a retired, this is my mother, retired, okay? Retired and bored, okay? But not bored, but comes across as retired and bored. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like, you know, you're always here, you're always at home, you're always in front of me. Every time I come out the door, you're there, okay? So it feels like that I've got no fucking, this is why I'm moving out after Christmas. I'm looking into houses with my girlfriend. So after Christmas, you guys probably won't hear me talking about this, but it is here. For you guys that are talking about it, and I know some of you out there have been wanting personal readings that I've given to that have gone through the same thing, right, here, that are Piscean placements, okay? Pisces, they all have problems with their parent, all of them. They all have problems with their parents, okay? So there's this energy here where it's just a reciprocal pattern of someone forcing information out of the other person that doesn't want to give it what time they get home and everything else, because this can be like a gossip monster, okay? I want to sit and talk, and I want to know about what you're doing and where you're going and everything else about your love life, about the peanuts in your shit, about everything, and I want to know, and I want to know, and I want to know, and you're kind of like, look, you're on a need-to-know basis, okay? So this person forces their way into maybe where you work, okay, and you run your own company and you run your own business, but they're very shady, okay, because they're always wanting to talk. See, I don't like talking a lot. I do it for my job. So whenever I have a time to not talk, I love that. And that's normally when someone wants to talk. I haven't seen you all day. I want to talk about everything. No, I don't. Like I said, it could be a lonely, bored housewife, okay. Runs our business, stable, boss bitch. A Virgo or a life path 9 maybe, okay. running their business or minding their business here. What is the Hermit here for? Why is the Hermit? Is a 2. Could be a Libra, Virgo, life path 9. That is a boss energy, okay? Or bossy. Could be someone that's bossy. Or an employee. I'm also hearing employee, okay? An employer or an employee. This could be going on at work here, like competitive behaviour at work. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Who is this around Cancer? Is an Ace of Cups and a 4 Scorpio, Aries, or a life path 4. Okay, it's someone around you that you're aware of around these 4s here. Aries is a Aries, Scorpio, life path 4. You got 4 here again. Okay, so it could also come up as Taurus because it would be Earth sign of 4. But Taurus is a 5. But this card would mean Taurus to me. Okay. Because it's a fixed cardinal sign, okay? Well, fixed sign, not cardinal or open, it's fixed. So it's also part of like maybe Taurus. So you've got a mismatched energy of someone around you that forces their way into people's life to ask about communication and about talking. And then it's this person is they do it very deviously, okay? So they come up as where they just want to talk and offer and talk and offer and talk, or an offer to talk, but it's kind of like, I haven't got time to talk. I don't want to talk. I haven't got time to talk. Okay, so it's someone that constantly wants to talk compared to another person that constantly doesn't want to talk. Yeah. Happiness hater. Happiness hater is a child or your child. A family member, something to do with a family member. It could be a mother or a father or a family member. Could be an ex. You've got an ex with a child and they're just blocked and there's no hope, no go, no winning, no nothing. What is this sexual infection to do with? This came up before. Sexual infection or a rash around a child and a King of Cups, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the 7 of Wands. Court and case, sexual infection. I don't know if you caught someone with someone else here. I don't know, because there's a King of Cups that's cutting someone off and cutting someone out. But it's not really relating much to, well, I mean, I don't know. Are you guys got any sexual transmitted diseases? Or a rash? Or just someone around you that comes up as like, oh, God, no. Stop talking to me. Like, this is my husband, father, wife, mother, father, just please stop talking to me. Okay, now, if you've got a husband or an ex that deals in drugs and situations like that, or they sleep around quite a lot and they're always like dipping their wick somewhere else, well, then be very careful because they could be passing it on. Okay, that means that they go away, sleep with someone else, come back, want something, blah, 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 force their way in, charm their way in, sleep with you, blah, 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 and they could be passing around some kind of sexual transmitted disease there. Okay. What's the player energy here for Cancer? Why do they have the player energy here for? You've got a Virgo or a life path 9, maybe. A life path 7, a Cancerian, yourselves, and a 4 and a 5. Oh shit! Like I said, man, y'all really could be. Someone could be dipping their wick in someone else. Sorry, but like I said, it's running, coming, going, avoiding conflict, forcing my way in, forcing my way out, violent manipulation kind of stuff here. Okay, maybe sleeping with someone else and then coming back and making promises or false hope and promises. You could be chasing the wrong person. Okay, could just be a player and a liar. Like I said, you got fooled and you got tricked into a relationship. Okay, or they did. Okay, it's up to you, they or you. I mean, you could be watching this from a Life Path 7 point of view, whichever way you like. But again, there's this energy of 7 running from Taurus, Sagittarian. If you're a Life Path 7, you're watching it from a Life Path 7, Taurus and Sagittarius and Life Path 5s are very difficult energies for you. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. Okay, so you've got a lot of work to do. Okay, this is what me and Emily used to go through all of the fucking time here. All of the time, in and out, arguing, splitting up, getting back together, going away, coming back together, mistrust, no trust, and what was that? Because of ADD. ADHD. Both of these cards come up in Virgo reading. Attention deficit disorder is not paying attention. You're not paying attention to me. Why? Attention deficit disorder. Attention deficit disorder. 7 and 5s. Okay, you could both have it. Okay, or one of you has, and you're unaware of it. Okay, but there's a lot of that where people may not understand the reason why people are not paying attention, or they're paying attention to other people. Maybe it's because they have ADD. Okay, but like I said, that doesn't excuse a person to go and sleep with someone and then come and sleep back with you, and you allow that to happen. Okay, but you got to be aware of ADD. You got to be aware of the circumstances of people that can't make up their mind and what they want and what they don't want and where they're going and where they're not going. Okay, because it's confusing people here. Okay, so in and out, in and out, in and out. Okay, breaking up, splitting up, getting back together, arguing because you're not focused on me. Who are you focused on? Are you focused on someone else? Are you with me? Are you here? Like, you know, all of those kind of stuff. It's annoying. Okay, so let's just take a breather for a second, Cancer, because I think you might have a lot to do with around an ex or someone that just keeps coming in and out of your life quite a lot, or Charlotte. Okay, so let's see if we can come up with any other messages here, Cancer. So what have we got? I don't need your approval. Again, it's someone that keeps forcing their way in for the other person to say, look, I don't need your approval wherever I can come or go. I don't need your approval. I'm old enough. It might be a child. I'm old enough to look after myself. I don't need your approval. Okay? Someone really just keep forcing their way in and out of someone's life here. Because it's annoying, this person here. I don't need you to keep an eye on where I'm going. I don't need you to keep asking me what I'm doing and where I am. I am. He's right up in here again, this I am geezer. I do wish you well. Let's see. Cancer. Any other messages for Cancer, please? I couldn't tell you face to face, so I had to do it behind your back or send you a text message. I pretended that I don't care. Why does someone do that? I pretended I don't care and I dumped you via a text message, perhaps. But I couldn't tell you face to face, I just pretended that I didn't care. Well, that's a stupid game, isn't it? Michael Douglas, Michael? I do wish you well, though. Thanks for staying and bye. Someone's fucked in the head here, Cancer. I'm sorry, but they're like, I don't know what the fuck this person wants and what they don't want here. Cancer, one more message, please, for Cancer. I don't know how to let you go, though. Fuck, bruv. Someone is weird if it relates to this. I'm sorry, but they're very strange. They do, they don't, they do, they don't. They don't know what they want. They do, and then they don't. They wish you well, and then they... This is... I went through this once, well, a few times in my life, where you come up against people where they want you, then they don't want you, then they do, then they don't. They don't know what they do want, and then they kind of like want you to conform to something that you don't, and then they get angry and pissed off the fact that they can't control you, and then they come up as a Jekyll and Hyde. Like, 1 minute they're okay, and then the next minute they're acting really fucking weird, and you're like, what the fuck? That doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. Like, what are you doing? Here, right? I don't need your approval. 3. Around, oh my God, it's the same cards. Around a 3. I don't need your approval about my work. I can do what I like. It might even be someone that says, I don't need your approval. I can sleep or be with whoever I want to be with here. I do wish you well. I do wish you well, though. Go off and have her. Someone's angry because someone's gone off with someone else, maybe. I do wish you well because it's kind of like I'm just letting you go. But they're still angry. I couldn't tell you face to face. about another 3, about the mistress or the mister, that I'm getting attention from another woman or another man, or I've got a thing for another man or a woman. I couldn't tell you face to face. I don't need your approval to say who I can and who I can't speak to. So it's very odd. I think there's a huge third energy here, Cancer. It's, you know, it could even be your mum. Like this could be your grandmother or your mother, but the matriarch of the family, the one that, you know, is the boss as such. But I can't speak to you or tell you face to face anything about where I'm going. This is like, I'm going out. Okay, where are you going? Just out to see a man about a dog, a Leo maybe, a cat. But like, where are you going? Oh, I'm going out. Okay, so it's kind of like this, look, I don't need your approval. So it might be how you just feel. You might not say this, but I don't need your approval to tell me that I cannot or can go over and see my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my grandma, my mother, or a piece on the side. But who's letting this person do that? You know, I couldn't or can't, or I couldn't tell you face to face that I'm going off to see Daphne over here. Okay, so like I said, some of you may not even realise that this person is doing so. Okay, that is actually going off. Now, if you do know, well, it's only down to you to stop it. Okay, but that's kind of like, it's none of your business. I'm not telling you where it is that I'm going. Okay, so if that's to see my ex-husband or a wife, and I know that you don't like them, I'm not actually going to tell you the fact that that's what I'm doing, okay? Because you don't like my boyfriend or my girlfriend anyway. So I'm not telling you, or I'll just want to keep it private, okay? It's no one else's business. So I pretended that I don't care around this woman, around a mother or a Leo or an Aquarian, and I pretended that I didn't care. There is something here around these people that are in a cahoots of some sort, or they're together in a relationship here. And there's an external force that's trying to tell themselves that. I can't really tell you face to face because I'm going to see my girlfriend or boyfriend. I pretended that I didn't really care the fact that I knew you were seeing this person. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like someone hasn't told them, but it's here that they're slightly jealous that this person's with this person here. I don't know how to let you go. Because I think they also like someone else. You got the King of Pentacles now, and the Queen of Cups compared to the Queen of Sagittarius. I think you've got a third party on your hands here, Cancer. Here. Like I said, the King and the Queen have turned their back on one another, which is an ex-husband and a wife. That's also a mother and a father. I pretend that I don't care and I don't know how to let you go off to see this other woman. It's kind of like there's a third party here of a couple, and this King and the Queen, they turn their back on one another here, and it's kind of like I pretend that I don't care, so I turn a blind eye the fact that my husband here may be going off and speaking to this other woman here, or their ex-husband or their wife, and I try to make out that the fact that they don't still have this metaphysical connection between them both, and that could well be the fact because it's a child, so they have to remain in contact for a child, okay? But like I said, if you know your partner cheats, then why are you with someone that's cheating, going to see another man or woman? Like I said, you've got to look at the direction of the King and the Queen of Pentacles. They're separated, they're apart from one another, but some of them are actually together. It's just that this Queen is trying to tell herself that she's not bothered and that she doesn't really care the fact that I don't know how to let you go over to keep seeing this other woman or this man. Okay. And it could be a metaphysical connection that's present. Okay. Now, if you don't know of this, it's possible that this is what you don't know, of what you are blind to, that this person also has some kind of fetish maybe for another person, okay? And when they go out or they go away or they go home or they go somewhere, or ghost somewhere, could be Elijah, but they go somewhere to see someone here. Now, if you're ever, Trevor, with a person and you meet them and they have kids, right? You're going to have to soon start fitting into the protocol that their ex-husband or wife is going to be around at some point because they have children together. So when you get intervening in that, you'll start a lot of arguments, okay? Because it can be like, okay, I'm just trying to turn a blind eye to the fact that I know my partner does this, and I'm trying to trust them to the fact that it's only a friend, okay? And it's just a friend and that's all it is. Or it's just a children kind of situation of my ex, okay? And they have to go home and they have to go over to keep talking to that person. But like I said, if you don't trust this person at all because they have slept with that person or they have been with that person in the past, that's a difficult one to then think, okay, well, you've been in a relationship and you've actually slept with that person in the past, okay, and you seem to talk about them a lot, okay, so now my trust is really difficult in order for me to trust you to know that you're over there talking to another woman. Okay, anybody's going to be in their right mind to be jealous of that, right? So you've kind of got yourselves into maybe a predicament there, Cancer. But that's what I've got for you guys. Thanks very much. What do you reckon? Do you want me to stick to this format, or do you want to go back to just doing these for a week? What do you prefer? Okay, but I kind of like what happens with these ones also. But anyway, that's what you've got. Let me know in the comment section what you prefer, and I'll stick with that. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.